if you get a pet, if you get a cat or a dog, that that's a responsibility you need to have until that cat or dog is gone from your life entirely. A lot of people will get like a puppy for a kid and then just not enjoy the dog and then give it over to the Humane Society. And we'd like to discourage that and encourage adoption. If you're going to get a pet, please go to one of these shelters because they absolutely need
Right.
people adopting. And there are some really wonderful animals in there.
Oh, for sure, man, for sure. Um, yeah, the whole thing is wonderful. My mom volunteers, like does walking for the local SPA,
Awesome.
That's
That
SPCA,
is
awesome.
awesome.
and she wants everything to do with this. So she's really excited that you
They
guys
do
are
like
on
a,
here.
I forget what it's called, but where they you basically rent the dog for the day and you bring it
it's like
around.
dog day or something.
Yeah,
like
and you bring it
that.
to all the bars and stuff, and it's got a vest that says "Adopt Me," and you just
Yeah.
let them have a day.
Yeah.
And they go to all the dog-friendly places,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That seems like something that might be like picking up traction when I think, which I think is really cool because there's so much that people can do outside of just donations and stuff like that to help with animal shelters and rescues. Like you can take a dog out for a day, or you can just advocate for the specific adoption of one animal, or if you've got some extra money, instead of just donating directly, just bring them a bag of cat food or something like that. Like
Yeah.
there's in a lot of those things you can do that doesn't need money per se. Another big thing is trying to avoid any more animals going into these shelters. So again, spay and neuter your animals. And like Mark was saying, I think a lot of people, they don't realize like just how much of a commitment it is to have a pet because and not everyone is going to see it this way, and I respect that, but like my cats are my sons, like they are my babies.
Yeah.
And regardless of whether or not you think of your pet as like a whole like human equally family member type scenario, just as a living thing in your care, it is your responsibility to make sure that they are okay.
Right.
If they are trusting you to make sure that they don't die or become abandoned, then don't abandon them and put them at risk of having to be euthanized, because a lot of times with adoption it can be life or death, and I think that's something that people may be aware of but they don't really want to think about because it makes them feel some type of way.
Right.
And there are situations where like you absolutely cannot help it but to rehome your animal, but there are also a lot of people that are just like, oh, we just don't feel like having this animal anymore, or this animal had kittens and we can't keep the kittens. And it I think it's just a matter of respect for things that have a heartbeat, man. Like just take care of your babies, and aside from just dropping them off somewhere, you can always take the time to try and rehome them privately as well.
Absolutely, I agree that spreading positive animal awareness just in general is definitely beneficial for society, regardless if you even have pets. Just acknowledging that and understanding it, and I really appreciate you guys for blessing the platform in that way.